performance last year. A lot of pressure on the Fremantle Dockers. Clark is going to be going up against Roughhead. They both take their eye off the ball. It's Liberatore who gets the first kick down towards the half-forward line. McRae takes the mark. Bontempelli takes the mark. Plays on. They've got it inside 50. Here is Bontempelli now. Shoots towards goal and puts through the opening goal in 18 seconds. Goes backwards, pulls it right back to the middle of the ground to Bob Murphy, who's got time to recover after tripping. To Suckling, who'll get onto that lightning left foot.
Yeah, he played on.
Well, not a lot of lightning there, but he did play on to Boyd, who goes back again to Murphy. Spearing a pass to Daniel. Now he's got Johannesson. He's taken the hair off and he can run. Liberatore goes for goal. And he gets it. What a start by the Dogs.
The Dockers, they're shooting themselves in the foot by turning it over.
Subin to the outer side.
And there's the turnover for you on cue. Play on the court, Biggs. Heads wide. Liberatore, another round of applause for him. He sits it on Picken's head. Might still work. Oh, too high. Any higher would have missed him completely. And McLean, Toby McLean, to have the shot.
Just dropped at the knees to get his head low and nearly had it decapitated.
And a big moment for him under this kind of pressure. Just 4 games to his name so far. Good crowd in. Last time these two teams met here, 18,000 last year. It's looking like a big number. And they're getting what they paid for. Bulldog fans have come in force. And there's 3 goals up.
McLean, tucked in the pocket. Caleb Daniel, first one way, then the other, then gives a little ground. Bob Murphy almost called out. He's not being paid the mark. Murphy will have a shot to the top of the square. He goes. Picken! Not paid. Billy gives it off towards Johannesson. And Johannesson gets the goal. New player, this young man. With a big boot on him. Up towards centre wing. Dawson flies over the top. Dalhouse is waiting down in front for Picken. Needs someone going past. He's got it in McRae. He needs a kind bounce. And they've got it again. A wobbly old punt kick. The stringer's on his own. Clever little tap. Should result in a goal. And it does to Dunkley in his first game.
If you press up the ground with your defence and you get opened up,
Pelly, Stevens, Weller wrapped him up. Mundy bangs it clear. Should be coming back. It's a 2-on-1. A brilliant grab again from Biggs. Here's the top of the square kick. Here's Boyd. And from 3 deep, Roughhead.
Well, Boyd's on with a free kick. The ruckman for Fremantle was in front.
Griffin was unlucky not to get a free kick.
I was looking at Griffin. I thought maybe he got nudged under the ball. He's asking the question of the umpire, but it spilled over the back to Roughhead.
For a 6-0-0 start.
Doesn't have a lot of shots from here. That's over his career from this point on any ground. He's 2-0, so he should be able to complete the job.
And he's still 100%. 6 goals to zip.
Dogs just 24.6 as Johannesson cuts across towards Boyd, puts it out in front. Dogs have got the numbers. Boyd is a ferocious tackler. Wood, the advantage is going to be paid. Picken gives it off. Here goes Kobe Stevens to Caleb Daniel. You've got to be quick. And he is up towards full forward once again. Good run grab taken by Stringer.
There's the middle of the ground, the run and carry. The Fremantle unable to get it through there, but the Bulldogs, they've owned the corridor. And Jays, as you know, as a forward, when the ball comes down the middle of the ground, there's not a lot a defender can do there. And the kick under pressure was pretty good from Caleb.
Well, Moons mentioned before that Sutcliffe's got the job and he's giving away height on Stringer in a contested marking attempt like that. It's going to favour Stringer all the time.
56 goals last year. Almost directly in front from 47 metres. He's kicked the goal. This blistering quarter by the Western Bulldogs continues into the final minute of the term. Pelly should have goaled.
There are a lot of Docker players that are sitting off their opponents and giving the Bulldogs far too much space.
Great effort by Picken to affect the spoil. Here's McRae, who's been really busy. Kobe Stevens from 48 metres goes in towards full forward. Stringer was the fly. And he gets the goal. Scrubber. Picked up by Hill, who's tried hard. Another scrubber to Griffin. Another scrubber. How many more scrubbers do you want? They may get one here. Monday takes it from Main in towards Ballantyne, and he marks in the pocket 30 metres out.
He's going to play on. He's already played.
He's gone. He's asked to go. He gets around Boyd. Centering ball. Pretty clever kick that. Good vision, and Walters has taken the mark.
They made hard work.
In front.
They made hard work.
Can I just tell you, Hayden Ballantyne just got himself out of jail.
Yeah, he did.
He made a complete hash of it, had to play onto his left foot in the pocket and produced a miracle kick. He's done well. He's done brilliantly to hit a target.
What about the passages? They got the ball down to the forward line.
They are 3 effective kicks, Sandy, because they went to their teammates.
Well, the game's not the same. Here's Walters for their first, and finally he breaks through, and the Dockers break through. They're out of trouble once again. Up towards Stringer, who's drifted down towards the wing. Kicks up towards half forward. Dalhouse used the body, needs a kind bounce, and he gets it. Now, what's he got? He's got Kobe Stevens. The kick's got to be accurate. He may go all the way, but it's through for one behind.
Yeah, he tried to kick the ball to the top of the square. He saw Stevens.
Yeah.
Just didn't have the angle on it.
Back into play. Now that is a nightmare. Suckling just goes bang from a standing start and kicks the goal and makes the Dockers pay. Hunter gets it out. It just passes Boyd, not quite finding the target. Ballantyne, and there's a high tackle. Like Subban pop one high.
Well, they're winning their ball. It's not pretty, but it's effective at the moment for the Fremantle side, because their desire into coalface has definitely lifted in the contested area. So it's a start. Just little wins at the moment for Freo.
15, mate. Head 15.
Played every game last year, Nick Subban. Kicked just the 7 goals. What they'd give for this one to sail straight through the middle. 45 metres out. Good looking kick off the boot. And finally, he gets their second. Subban gets his first. Griffin could have almost received a free kick. Here's Hunter. Round the body. Who's doing the scouting? Stringer chops his way clear. Steady, snaps some goals. That's the way you do it, says Jakey Boy. He's got 3, and the Dogs get their first for this quarter. To the top to Neil. Now, what's he got? McRae couldn't get a hand of that, and the mark is going to be paid to Ballantyne.
You can understand why they want 5 forward, because they're getting nothing out of Tabata, nothing out of Pavlich, nothing out of Main. Ballantyne and Walters have been quiet. They've got to find something.
Play on is called, and he kicks high and long. Tabata!
No, it was too easy in the end.
He was really the lone flyer, Spud, wasn't he?
He was. A couple of Bulldogs players that spectated on that occasion. One of the few times I've spectated.
Left-footed, does he go right foot or banana?
Down the corner.
Right foot.
Well done.
Kicks a beauty. They've got their 3rd goal, and Tabata had...
Neil back to Pearce. 15 seconds left.
Oof.
Over the back. Walters. It's got Ballantyne screaming. Goes inside. Weller. Open goal. Gives them life.
Now, really good goal.
Turns it over. Clancy Pearce. Good attempt at the smother by Dalhouse. Get the ball in the area. Dawson gives it up. Sheridan. Daniel Pearce. Long on the left. Goes goal square. Big float in and Pav front and centre.
A really strong mark. Great grab. Just showed his experience then. Big Pav.
Can the skipper lift to give them something? A couple of contested marks, a couple of goals to get them rolling in the last term. Well, the ex-skipper, I should say. So used to him being captain for so long.
Yeah.
Here's his career stats from this spot on the ground at every other ground around Australia.
Yeah, set shots only, not running goals from this spot. And continues to give them hope. of a late comeback in this first game of the season.
The players on the flight back to Freo tonight or in the morning, whenever they go back.
Liberatore again gives away the hand pass. This is looking good. He gets it back. He goes in towards full forward, and Stringer takes the mark.
Well, let's hope we have a look behind the goals for the work that Stringer did to turn his direct opponent on that occasion. Ibbotson was just forward craft at its absolute best. He made out he was ducking back towards the goal umpire, and then he used his body weight to turn on a dime and then lead into the space where Liberatore had kicked it. That is great forward craft from Stringer.
One in the first term, one in the second, one in the third, and now one in the fourth. And if there was any doubt, it has just been erased. The Dogs have got their
for that again.
Absolutely. Big spot and Pelly. McRae. They just keep on keeping on. Little Caleb Daniel. Who's he want? Boyd will do.
Dawson.
If Boyd can start to shine, then it just adds a completely different aspect to the Western Bulldogs forward line as well.
No, it certainly does. When you think of the difficult matchup Stringer gives you, and then if Boyd can continually develop, and normally key position players come into their own when they're 23-24, and I think it's a great move for Beveridge to play him in the ruck to get him running around the ground.
Set sail, looks pretty good. They're not just going to win this, they're going to blow last year's minor premiers away.
Just some of the errors, some of the decision making and skill errors has been disastrous from a Dockers perspective.
Suckling to Murphy. He go charging forward again. How many times have we seen Murphy from that half back line? Roughhead was in the pack, couldn't take the mark, comes out the back door. And here's an opportunity from McRae. He took it from Dunkley. That is a fair finish from McRae.
Sungu, there's the pressure. They brought it from the opening second of this one. Wallace out wide. Dunkley, speaking of young players, had a good debut. Boyd short, and the finisher. Stringer might finish it all.
He was 15 metres away, Garrett Gibbonson. Zoning off corridor space. I'd be standing a little closer, I think, to Jake Stringer. But you talk about that pressure. On some occasions, it hasn't been there to start with, but it's been brought about by the Dockers picking wrong options, handballing to players that then are approached by tacklers, as we can see in his career from this point on the ground. He's kicked 3 goals, 4 from this spot.
He's got 4 to his name. This is for a 5-goal game. You get the crowd off their seats again. That is sensational. And this has been frightening. There's a new team in town.
They throw it around in towards the pocket. The kick is not a good one. Taken on the half volley. Pearce goes into the pocket. Sheridan short. Going to be okay. Muzungo under pressure and gone. Gone.
Well, what a way to finish the game. How it started, Sandy. Forward pressure. Their tackling from the get-go has been absolutely sensational. Now they're going to finish the game with a goal-kicking tackle, hopefully.
And little Caleb Daniel, he might be short in stature, but he's big on skill and he's big on talent. 19 disposals and a chance to kick his first goal. After 10 games last year that netted him 6, can he get a good start this year? And he has! What a way to finish! Caleb Daniel gets his first, and that really does take the wind out of the Dockers' sails. We're seeing something pretty special here at Etihad this afternoon. We all wondered what they'd be like after coming from the clouds last year. Perhaps now we've got some idea. 103-38. That is by far Fremantle's lowest score against the Dogs ever.